In the blink of an eye, the impossible becomes reality. Moments that challenge the laws of physics and leave us questioning, did that just happen? Dive with us into the top 10 unbelievable catches in cricket history. If there's one thing you watch today, make it this. Prepare to be amazed. 10. Ravindra Jadeja vs New Zealand. So, we begin our countdown with none other than Ravindra Jadeja. Now, if you thought Jadeja was just about twirling his mustache and spinning the ball, think again. In the first test in Auckland, 2014, he showed New Zealand's Brendan McCullum that he's got hands faster than a sneezing cat. In what appeared to be a textbook boundary shot, Jadeja launched himself to snatch that ball from thin air. Think about it, this is the man known for his all-round capabilities, boasting a test batting average above 35 and over 200 ODI wickets. This catch? It was like he decided to add aerial acrobat to his cricketing resume. And let's just say, if catching cricket balls ever becomes an Olympic sport, Jadeja's got the gold medal in the bag. Speaking of bags, let's dive deeper into this treasure trove of catches, shall we? 9. David Hussey vs Kolkata Knight Riders.
At number 9, we have David Hussey, whose catch against the Knight Riders was nothing short of a cricket ballet. Now, if Hussey was fishing, he'd catch every fish in the pond with those reflexes. In the high-voltage arena of IPL 2010, Hussey made it look like he had magnets in his hands. While the Knight Riders' shot looked destined to score, Hussey had other plans. The boundary? Just a stage for his masterclass. With a T20 strike rate that often went over 120, he proved that fast batting doesn't mean slow fielding. He wasn't just quick with the bat but lightning in the field too. It's almost like he saw the future for a split second, and the future said, catch it. If catches were currency, Hussey would be a billionaire. Speaking of fortunes, let's find out who clinched the next spot. 8. Mohammad Kaif vs Pakistan. At number 8, we've got Mitchell Johnson's crafty delivery to Chiteshwar Putra. Johnson was throwing heat, one bouncer after another, like a chef tossing pizzas. Putra probably thought another spicy one was coming. But Johnson, being the sly fox he is, decided to switch up the recipe. Instead of another fastball, he served up an off-cutter, slower than a weekend morning. Putra, expecting another fastball, was left hanging like a misplaced Christmas ornament. The ball took a slight turn and bam, off stump knocked out. It was like Johnson told Putra, you thought you knew what's coming? Think again. Johnson's delivery was a lesson in the art of deception, proving that sometimes, slowing things down can really mess up someone's day. 7. Trent Boult vs West Indies. Coming in hot at number 7 is Trent Boult, usually known for making batsmen dance with his bowling. But in 2014 at Windsor Park, he decided to show off some of his own footwork and hand-eye coordination. You'd think with over 250 test wickets, the guy would be content. But nope. Facing off against Kieran Pollard, Boult decided to redefine what it means to be an all-rounder. The ball was smoked towards the boundary, but Trent, ever the performer, took a flying leap and, get this, actually parried the ball back into the play before landing. Then, as if completing an action movie stunt, he swooped back in to secure the catch. It was like watching a one-man cricket ballet, if there ever were such a thing. Makes you wonder, what can't this guy do? Now, speaking of versatility, let's move on to our next catch that's equally jaw-dropping. 6. Adam Gilchrist vs England. Now, if you've been following cricket, you know that Gilly isn't just a name, it's a brand. Adam Gilchrist, who's known for having more centuries than a historian's bookshelf with 37 in tests, decided one day during the 2001 Ashes that just batting wasn't spicy enough. While Marcus Trescothick was aiming to send a Shane Warne delivery into orbit, Gilchrist had other plans. Showcasing the agility of a cat that just heard the can opener, he lunged to his right, catching the ball with finesse. This wasn't just a catch, it was a statement, reminding everyone why he wears those gloves. No, seriously, why would anyone risk their fingers against a speeding ball without them? It was another feather in the cap of one of cricket's greatest wicket keepers. Speaking of outstanding moves, let's swing into our next contender, and trust me, you won't believe your eyes. 5. Yuvraj Singh vs South Africa. We all know Yuvraj Singh can swing a bat, but did you know he could also fly? Not literally, of course. During the Champions Trophy 2002 semi-final against South Africa, Graham Smith thought he'd hit a safe shot. Yuvi, already a star with 6 ODI centuries under his belt, decided it was time to unleash his inner superhero. Diving through the air like he was trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a party, he snagged the ball and landed safely, causing fans to go wild and Graham Smith to question his life choices. This wasn't just a catch, it was a mini-movie, complete with action, suspense, and a standing ovation. Yuvraj didn't just shift the balance towards India, he tilted the whole seesaw. Now that we've seen someone practically take flight, what could possibly come next? Don't blink, or you'll miss it. 4. Jonty Rhodes vs England. You've heard of the phrase, a leap of faith, right? Well, Jonty Rhodes seemed to take that quite literally during the ICC Cricket World Cup in 1999 against England. He already had a reputation for being cricket's answer to Spider-Man. So when Robert Croft thought he'd slipped one past the web, Rhodes had other plans. Leaping through the air, he clasped the ball with the kind of finesse you'd expect from a master sushi chef handling the finest sashimi. The catch was so good, it should have come with its own soundtrack. Retiring with an ODI batting average of 35.11, it's moments like these that truly make Rhodes a legend. If catching were an Olympic sport, he'd be on the podium with a gold medal. So, you think you've seen it all? Hold on to your seats, because we're just getting to the really juicy bits. 3. Kieran Pollard vs Australia. So, Kieran Pollard is known for smashing sixes, right? The man has an ODI strike rate over 90. But let's talk about the time he decided to ruin Glenn Maxwell's day in a 2013 ODI series. Maxwell thought he'd hit a six so certain, you could practically hear him counting the runs. But nope. Pollard lunged into the air like a dolphin jumping for a spectacular aerial snack. You could feel the collective gasp from the crowd as he plucked the ball out of thin air. This wasn't just a catch, this was modern art, in cricket form. It wasn't just about denying Australia those precious runs, it shifted the whole vibe of the match. A catch so impressive, it should be in the Catch Hall of Fame, if there ever was one. Strap in, folks, because if you thought that was intense, we've got more thrills ahead. 2. Paul Collingwood vs Australia. Paul Collingwood, a name synonymous with agility and the classic English stiff upper lip. While known for his impressive ODI batting average over 35, Collingwood decided to play superhero against Australia in the 2005 NatWest series. Matthew Hayden hit a shot that was sailing toward the boundary with as much certainty as tea at 4 o'clock. But Collingwood had other plans. He leapt into the air with the sort of grace you'd expect from a ballet dancer, not a cricketer. What happened next? He snatched the ball and turned a would-be 4 into a spectacular out. And just like that, the Aussies' spirit sank faster than a cold beer on a summer's day. The crowd went wild, and the commentators could barely contain themselves. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for what we've got next. 1. Ben Stokes vs South Africa. Taking the top spot, we've got Shane Warne's legendary delivery to Mike Gatting, also known as the ball of the century. Warne saunters in, casual as a Sunday morning, and releases what seems like a harmless leg break. Gatting, probably thinking he's got this, leans forward to defend. But surprise, surprise! The ball takes a dramatic turn, like a soap opera plot twist, and knocks back the off stump. Gatting's face? A mix of disbelief and, did that just happen? Warne's ball didn't just defy physics, it defied logic, leaving even the cricket pundits scratching their heads. It's the kind of delivery that makes you question reality. Was it skill, was it magic, or was it just Warne being Warne? One thing's for sure, that ball will be talked about for generations, and Gadding will forever be its unwilling co-star. Alright, you've just witnessed the top 10 catches that left us all in awe, from the spectacular to the downright jaw-dropping. If these moments don't make you love cricket, well, I'm not sure what will. So, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more unforgettable cricket action. Catch you next time.